Hey,
Hola.
I was able to come on faster that time. Listen, I'm gonna wear these skis, girl. Hey, everybody, welcome to It's the Meetup Talk Show. We're here this Thursday, June the 16th. Can y'all believe it's already June the 16th? Like, it's already half the year gone by of 2020, y'all.
For
But yeah,
real.
we're here June. We're here June the 16th. Streaming live on Facebook and YouTube right now. It's the Meetup Talk Show, and we want to just welcome you here tonight. For
Yeah.
those who are just coming on and just streaming with us, we do have some stuff that Rhea is about to go into right now.
Okay, so if you're new or if you're old, here are our housekeeping rules. The first thing is don't keep tonight to yourself. Be kind and share. Share with your neighbor, share with your family member, share with anyone who you think could benefit from communicating and conversating and, just vibing out with us. To interact. Yeah, this is our platform, but we want to talk to you. We want to interact with you as well as while we're interacting with ourselves. And three is just relax and have your favorite snack or beverage. And let's get into today's show. I mean, I don't have anything alcoholic today. Oh, I don't like the way that sounds because that sounds like I just drink alcohol, like I'm a wino or I have alcohol all the time. But I'm just drinking some seltzer today. So what you drinking, Julia?
I drink what I drink every day, and that's
Ice
ice
water.
water. Yeah.
No, water is the best.
Boo Julia, right? Let's see. All right, another thing we like to do is we like to put it out there who our demographic is, who we want to talk to each and every week that we come on this show. And so we're putting it right out here for you guys. If you know anybody or if you are 25 to 40, a mom, married, single, boss, entrepreneur in leadership or desire to be in leadership one day, anybody that's in need of a tribe, someone looking for a safe space, anybody that's an introvert or extrovert, listen, whether you decide to view us and come in the comments or you decide to just watch us, it's okay. Anybody looking for an opportunity to connect, any man that wants to hear what women thinks or like watching us or even identify with any of the things that we mentioned above, listen, you guys are all welcome. Tag other people into this. Let them know, hey, we got a show, we got a virtual community that's broadcasting every Thursday night that you guys could be a part of.
For sure. So another thing that we like to do is, excuse me, the salsa makes me burp. But another thing that we like to do is check in on our strong friends. We check in on our friends. So in the comments, whether you're here live or you're watching this after the show, let us know what's going on with you. How has your week been? What you got going on? As far for as me, I'm just dealing with mom shit. This is my regular everyday type of thing. I am still getting into like my groove with work and like it's hard right now. Not hard, but it's just like I can't really get into my groove because it's moving pieces with the kids. Like Amore is, getting out of school, got to find a camp for her for the summer. Seven will be transitioning into daycare soon. So it's just that, it's just a transitional season in my house right now. Um, yeah, that's for the most part. I don't have anything like much bigger than that like going on. Yesterday, I helped my niece prepare to go to her prom. That was cool. I was just like, it was like not stressful, but it was just like, whoo. And it was just my niece. So I was just like, imagine, because
When
I'm
it's
just a
your
little extra. So, Yeah, imagine when it's more going to the eighth grade social baby.
Right.
Like not even
Yeah, I was about to ask you, I was gonna say, do you get all excited and everything? Because baby, me on social media during prom season and seeing all these kids go to prom, it really gets me hyped. Like I love prom.
hmm.
It's like one of
Yeah,
my
I
favorite.
like to. Yeah. Yeah, you know, you don't get to see the kid like my niece. She likes to get cute and everything, but the style now be like the oversized t-shirts and it's sneakers and it's nice to see the kids, you know, dressed up, red carpet, fresh and ready, you know,
Mhm.
looking all nice and stuff because you know it's not something that they do on a regular.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
So what's up with
Yeah.
you?
So my check-in is it's so hot. Y'all, it's so hot. It's so hot in Memphis, y'all. Listen, and like when I look at the weather, like I will pull it up on the phone for y'all. Like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but like it's literally 90 degrees every day. Like 90 degrees every day. And then it's supposed to be like Thursday or Friday or next week supposed to be in the hundreds. But like even when it be in 90 degrees, it already feel like it's in the hundreds because it's like super humid down here. Like,
Hmm.
oh, it's so uncomfortable and it's hot. Like it's just hot. I'm hot. And I've been here for a long time. And you would think I'd get used to it, but baby, it's too hot. I'm hot right now. All right. Another thing is my youngest is back home. Whoop whoop. She was gone for and she's back home with me. So I'm so excited. They actually are already out of school, my kids. So this
Okay.
is the first week of camp for them. So
Okay.
they started camp this week. And it's going pretty well. Uh, it's going pretty well with camp and everything like that. But like for the past 2 weeks, I was kind of like trying to decide, like, okay, what's going on, why I feel this way, yada, yada, yada. And like on Monday morning, I had like a whole experience where I was like reminded of how God protects us, how God cover us. And so I wanted to share it with everybody. So I'm gonna be real quick. I'm not gonna be long winded. But like on Sunday, on Sunday, I was literally left the house at like 5 in the morning to meet my daughter's aunt halfway. My daughter aunt lives in DC, so halfway is still in Tennessee, but it's 6 hours in.
Hmm.
6 hours and 15 minutes is exactly halfway for both of us, right?
Okay.
So driving all day on Sunday, basically over 12 hours because I ended up, but once I picked my youngest up, I had
Hmm.
3 kids in the car with me. So we stopped to get something to eat, like sit down and ate. Once we got to like Nashville is still like 3 hours away. We drive home. We didn't get home till like maybe like 9, 10 o'clock just because we just traveling and I don't drive fast. Like I'm not gonna
Hmm.
drive fast. Like I did go over the speed limit a little bit, like maybe up to 80, but I wasn't like speed racer on the highway. I wasn't that. That's not me.
Hmm.
I was the person that everybody was passing. They probably was tired of me. So like, we made it home safely and everything. And like that night, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh man, I forgot to tell God, thank you for us making it home safely. So I'm like saying it to myself, fall back to sleep. The next morning, Monday morning, I wake up, get me and the girls ready. We ready to start the routine, right? Like camp, me go to the office, da 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 da. And I'm pulling out the driveway and I'm hearing all this bumps and stuff. So I'm like, yo, I'm asking my oldest, like, is something underneath my car? Girl, why I had a whole flat tire?
Mm.
A whole flat tire. I was
But
like,
you ain't get a flat till you got home.
girl, listen, come on. I was like, oh my God, that was nothing but God. Like, I'm literally on a highway. It wasn't like I was just driving around the neighborhood. Like, I was on a
Hmm.
highway all day Sunday, driving a speed limit, a little bit over speed limit, but I'm driving not the normal speed limit. I'm driving highway speed limit. And we didn't get a flat tire until we were home. Like, that's
Hmm.
nothing. And I think like that literally was him just reminding me like he's still here, like he's still covering us. He's still protecting us, even in the season that I'm in, with like this transition and me being able to be full time right now. And listen, I'm like trying to figure stuff out. I'm like, okay, what I need to do. Do I need to go back to work? Like, da, 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 and it was just like a great reminder, like, I got you. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
still like I'm still protecting y'all. So yeah. So that was like a really great reminder that I had on Monday. Um, so yeah. So I'm good. Like I'm protected. I feel good. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my check. But for you guys, anybody that's watching, and if you're watching the replay, go ahead. We really do want to hear from you guys. We want to hear in the comments how you feel, what's going on with you, something that you want to check in with. And I promise you, no matter when you decide to watch this episode, just put it in the comments and we will respond. So you will receive a response from the meetup. Listen, we want we want to communicate with you guys. So definitely check in with us.
Yes. So that, so today we're talking about confidence, right? So
Mhm.
the question that we have is, where was your confidence as a child? I would say that I was pretty confident I would say, now that I think about it, probably more so on the outside as a child. Like, I
Yeah.
probably exuded, like, or put out there that I was like very confident, but I'm sure, or I gotta think about it, like, I'm sure I had like my insecurities and everything, but there's nothing at this time that I could like point out, like, oh, I was too skinny, or which made me, feel some type of way about myself. Like, I would pretty much say that I was confident as a child. And probably I feel like I probably wasn't that self aware either, to notice that, that I wasn't, or to just even think so much about it. Now I feel like kids see so much on the internet, and probably do a lot of comparing and contrasting against like what they see, um yeah, what they see or whatever. But that wasn't my life. I don't feel like I suffered from confidence as a child that much. I don't know. I don't know. What about you?
When I tell you, I think I had wrote, okay, so I said, because, I take the notes because I've been trying to think about, because I'm trying to avoid saying, and listen so much, because
Mhm.
listen is kind of like my form of,
Mhm.
so, so I did write. I said, what I wrote down was, from the outside as a child in elementary school and part of middle school, it may look like I had like a confidence, only because like I was like in the like performing arts. Like I was always in like every play. I was in the dance academy. So like there had to be some level of confidence to like want to get on stage and perform, right? Um,
Mhm.
but I feel like there was like a big sense of insecurities that I had, from from within for myself, especially with like body image and being like always like the bigger kid, or in the school plays always having to play like the mom, or or like adult. And it was like, no, I don't want to play the adult, or having to dance in the back. But obviously, because I was the tallest, like of course I would have to dance in the back. Like you can't have like a tree
Mhm.
in front of everybody. But as a kid, you don't really like focus in on those things, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think like once I got to eighth grade, I think it was pretty obvious that I was insecure, because I didn't have like the cover up of like the performing arts, because I went to like a primarily, like I went to C building, so it was just like
Okay.
middle school, and I resorted to like always wearing like big clothes. And so like, but big, we used to wear like the baseball baseball coats and all of that was
Mhm.
then. But instead of like having like the girl version, I always had like the boy version. Then my feet, I'm tall, so my feet is big, and then I'm getting a boy boot. Like I just looked like a big boy, but I really was trying to hide like my
Mhm.
size versus like girl. So like it took me to like maybe like towards the end of freshman year. I remember my oldest sister taking me to the mall and she went off with her friends somewhere and I had went into Gap. The Gap used to be my store back then. And I remember like trying to shop, and the lady came up to me and she was like, "You need some help?" It was like a Hispanic lady in the store. She was like, "You need some help?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine, baby. I'm got boy jeans in my hand because that's what I'm used to. That's all I heard. Like big clothes look good on me, so like
Mhm.
I'm ready to buy the boy jeans." And she like, "No, like no, this you need." She like, "Baby, go try these on. That's what you need to wear." And when I tried them on, like, and I was like, "Oh, I do look good in these," like, so I got excited. And I think from that point, listen, that Hispanic lady done created a monster because I think at some point my jeans got started getting too tight, and I'm trying, and I'm starting to squeeze into stuff too tight. So it did kind of take me a while to like really get comfortable with like being a bigger person, or you know, yeah, like all through that, and like even as an adulthood, because sometimes as an adults, we kind of resort back to like how we thought of ourselves as children and stuff like that. So like it took me a
Mhm.
while to like just get comfortable with like who I am and what I look like now. So yeah, so I think for a while, like even as a young adult, like I had a big sense of like fake confidence. Like from the outside, I thought I was like really confident. I'm like, oh, I'm this, people couldn't stand me. But in the inside, like I'm really like hiding or trying to do it so that way I could disguise who I really was.
I think as an adult, like I am confident is like levels, like or not levels, it's categories. Like it's certain categories that I'm not confident in, and it's certain categories that I'm very confident in. Like you know what I mean? Like as far as like outside stuff, I'm confident. As far as like knowing what I know, I'm confident. But it's just
Right.
areas like that is just like, hold on, and I become a whole introvert recluse, like then I'm just sitting in the back.
I can
Yeah.
see that. I could definitely see that. Yep. I think that's what comes like with me, like with this whole networking and having to get out, and it scares me. Like I know that that's the area that I'm not so confident in, but like in settings like this, like I don't be nervous for this.
Hmm.
Like I could be like, put
Yeah.
some people in front of me, or stage settings. I guess
Hmm.
because like, as a kid, I was always on the stage. Like being on stage and talking to people, that doesn't really scare me either. It's
Hmm.
the one-on-one conversations with people
Right.
to the like that part
That
scares me. I'm less confident in those settings.
right. Exactly. And I become a whole like socially awkward person. Like I forgetting how to
Girl,
talk, what makes sense, all types of stuff be going through my head. Like, did that make sense? Wait, am I speaking English? Like, wait, thinking like, I hope this person don't think I'm stupid. Like, this be too much, child.
girl. Why?
But
Okay, so I crossed back. I was a senior in college when I finally crossed. Like it was fall of '07 when I crossed, right? And so
cross to what? I know, but
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And when I remember us going to like the different events, the different rushes and stuff like that, meeting the people and all that stuff. And I'll never forget, girl. It was one, you know how like you could be like in a circle and everybody is trying to get the attention of the one person, talking to the person, da 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 da.
Mhm.
So it was my turn. I finally got her attention. Why I had a whole brain fart. Like I forgot. I literally forgot what I was saying. Like, and I was like blinking. I was like blinking, trying to get it out. Like, oh my god, like what was I talking about? Like, I literally forgot my train of thought because I was so nervous. So I was like, oh my god. So I think I don't know if that causes, but it's just that one on one or like networking. I kind of view networking kind of like how that experience was for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like you trying to grab the attention of somebody, or I don't know. I need to get past it though, because baby, I can't be in a cave
Yeah.
by myself, especially what I do for a career now. But yeah,
Yeah. I was
that's
just telling my husband, like, I want to be, I mean, it's kind of works with confidence, I think, but like, I just want to be a highly productive person, but I just don't know how to get there. And I feel like some of it has to do with like confidence, some of it has to do with like hustle, some it has a lot of layers, but I would like to be like a highly productive person. And I think where the confidence lies is like sometimes it's like negative self-talk. Whereas
mm,
like in my head is like, you can't do that, or why are you doing that, or that's too much, or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. And it's funny because it's just the conversations I have with myself and in the back of my head, but then my child goes through the same things in her head and at her level. But
mm-hmm,
probably like how our parents talk to us or whatever, the same thing. You just be trying to, I guess, teach your kids because your child is that child. You see your
right,
child's potential. You see what they could be. You know what they could be or whatever.
right.
And it's like, why do you even like think about stuff like that? Like, why are you thinking about it that way or whatever?
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know, but I think it's important for us to be. In saying that, I think it's important for us to be like examples to our children,
Right.
and showing them like even these like not I don't want to say flaws, but these ebbs and flows of life that we go through as well, and how do we come out of
Mhm.
them. But you gotta, I feel like, and I this is not something I've done because my child is like 10, and I always feel like I don't this is not for her age appropriate, but now that I'm seeing that she's going through certain things like dealing with confidence, but I think we also need to, while we're going through it and getting through it, coach our kids through it or talk to them about it or whatever, so they know how to kind of like navigate these waters too, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It does, and that actually leads us into our topic of self and our children. um, but yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, it's almost kind of like as an adult, like different stuff that we go through, like you being married, or at one point you desired to be married, and you were probably may have been like looking at people like, okay, how does this work? How do you navigate through this? And then you don't really get like much people. Like for myself, like when I decided to go back into dating and stuff like that, like I don't really have like somebody that kind of like coached me through. Like I had to like
Mhm.
walk the mile on my own and kind of
Mhm.
get a feel for it. And so I
Mhm.
think like for you, like when you talked about that and like coaching our kids through it, I think it does make a lot of sense, because a lot of times the things that we go through, we feel like, we go through them, but we don't feel like we could just turn around and actually coach it,
Somebody to it, right.
get through what we just experienced. It's almost kind of like, oh, you just got to experience it for yourself. But when it comes to like self-esteem, I definitely agree that that is something that can be coached. I think that's something that can be embedded in our kids, so that way when it comes up or when things do arise, that they are able to make it through, without
Mhm.
feeling like they want to self-harm themselves, or
Or just do something that, like, for example, I because I do my daughter's business. I'm in her cell phone. She's 10.
Mhm.
So I read in her text messages saying something about she wanted to change herself so that someone would like her. And I just got like, because first of all, I had to take a deep breath because I'm like, why? Like at 10, like, could this
Mhm.
happen at like 12? Like, could you give me 2 more years, God? Like, I was 10. Like, I just wanted to be little playing with dolls, but here we are.
Right.
So her friend, I'm glad that her friend wasn't like, yeah, girl, do that. What you about to do? No, her friend said, in 10th grade, I mean 10-year-old language. Bruh, you blowing me right now. I can't even believe you said some crazy junk like that. Bruh, like you and I'm reading the text. I'm reading it. I don't even know who her friend is, but I'm reading it in what I perceive her voice to sound like. Bruh, like you don't even need to that sound crazy. You don't need to change yourself for somebody else. You find the way you are.
Yeah, that's
And I was just like, first of all, like who is this person and why do you feel like you need to change yourself for
right.
that person to like you? And she said that she felt like she was fat and she started like crying or whatever. I'm like, you're not fat. Like you're not fat. You and I was like, and just I kind of started trying to pour into her or whatever. I'm like, and it was crazy because I always seen my daughter as a confident
Mm-hmm.
girl, like confident and something that I liked, like I don't say liked, I something that I felt was what I like about my daughter is that she is optimistic. She's very optimistic. Well, just do it. Just see what happens. Like that's how she is. Just you
I love
never
it.
know. Just do it. Like that's how she is.
Yeah.
So um but I didn't see that here, and I just was like, I was appalled because she's Miss Socialite. Everybody likes her. She's always bragging about how everybody likes her in school. They can't wait to see her when she's not there or whatever the case may be. Um, so I just, felt like she was confident, but I guess here comes like the age of boys and stuff like that. But I was just trying to tell, and it was, I'm like, my thoughts is jumbled, but it was funny because she had just came from like a tea that the school had for girls talking about self-esteem and confidence and those type of things. So I'm like, was you not listening in my head? Like, were you not listening? Like, you literally just left there like an hour ago.
Right.
And I'm like, we started talking about positive affirmations. And I'm like, if there's ever anything that you want to change about yourself, it needs to be because you want to do it, not for anybody else.
Right.
And that's just end of the story period. Like you don't change for somebody else. If that person doesn't like you, it's just because that person doesn't like you. Everybody doesn't like everybody, but you need to love and like you or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So it's just it's just crazy because even like a while ago I thought about even talking about self-esteem with her, and we took a mirror and we wrote on the mirror like positive affirmations or things that she liked about herself as well. I wrote some and she wrote some so that she could look at every day and realize like I am beautiful, I'm smart, I'm funny, I'm kind to other people, like things like that. And I thought that was important, but the mirror broke and we threw that out. But it's like time to bring back those things and the positive affirmations and things like that. But I don't know. I don't ever like when things happen and it's time for me to like parent in at this level. I try to recall how I felt or try to relate. I don't remember feeling like this, like, and because I was kind of like a popular girl too, like at her age, but I don't know. Like I don't know that I was boy crazy either too to be like to even notice like somebody don't like me. Like you don't like me. I don't know, but I tried to relate, but I couldn't necessarily relate with this because, like I previously said, like I feel like I was confident at her age, and I just don't know. Do your girls like deal with like confidence or self esteem or anything that you've seen that you had to like
I,
talk to them and give lessons?
so like on the reverse side of that, like being how I was the kid that was the total opposite of like popular or had issues with my body image, I
Mm-hmm.
started to, it was about 2 years ago maybe like right before the pandemic happened, or maybe during it was either 2020 or 2019, somewhere in there. But we were here at this house. I know we were here at this house. But I it was 2020.
Mhm.
So I was so worried about her getting ready to go to like middle school and all
Mhm.
this stuff about to happen. And I start putting my insecurities onto her. So I
Mm.
constantly start like, we need to do this. We need to get this ready. We need to do this. We need to do this. We got to watch what you eat. We got to watch what you do. We got to work out. Da, da, da. You know, all of this
Mhm.
stuff. I didn't want her to experience whatever I had experienced or how I
Mhm.
felt as a kid. And so one day we were in the room and I'm just back in that mode, like da, 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 and she just broke down crying, like, why? Like, you know, like what's wrong? And like I had to step back and I had to think about it, like, oh wow. I'm the one that's pouring this onto her because it's my
Mhm.
fears. I'm pouring my fears of what I don't want her to experience, you know, growing up, you know, like how I grew up. But mind you,
Mhm.
we in two different settings. Like, you know,
Mhm.
I grew up north. It's a
Mhm.
totally different setting, you know. It's very fast paced. The images look different. Everything is different. Where we're down south now, and I mean, not that it's like praised or anything, but it's very common to see a different body type down here,
Mhm.
you know, bigger body types and stuff like that. Cause what Southern cooking and da da da,
Mhm.
all the other stuff. And so I had to like take a step back, like I don't want to be the one that's putting this in her ear, making her feel insecure about herself, you know, to now like I'm constantly talking to both of them about how pretty they are, you know, and they kind of get tired of me with that because I just look at them and just tell them how beautiful they are all the time, you know, and they just like, I know my youngest, my youngest, you know, my youngest, you met my youngest, like she
Mhm.
has no filter. So I
Mhm.
know, I know. Like, she's sick of me, you know, but it's just so I can kind of boost them up or I look at her and
Mhm.
I try to get her now to like start. The main thing that I do for her now is to like really get her to be aware of how she's dressed. So it has nothing to do with her size or anything. It just has something to do with her growing into teenage years and her actually caring about how she look, how she present herself, how she goes out into the world. You know, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're all of this. But we gotta make sure now you get into an age where you want to take care of yourself. You want to make sure your shirt is together. You want to make sure that you're not trying to go outside with a shirt with bleach stains on. Baby, you saw the bleach stain before you came out this house. Like, go change your clothes, you know. So it's like that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to them. Um,
I can
and they,
relate to that. My
yeah,
child just don't care.
right, girl. I'd be like, how don't you care? Like, why don't you care? You know,
Girl, my girl, but she could go out the house pants on backwards. Like, how you ain't know your pants was on backwards?
right? And they look at us like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong? Like, you know what's wrong? Like, you saw that hole before. Like, don't change your clothes.
It's
So
crazy.
that's like the biggest struggle right now, just like the presentation, not so much
Mhm.
because you're this or because you're that, you know, it's more like who are you bringing out to the world? Because that was something that I had to do even as an adult. Like there were
Mhm.
points in my life, but it was a reflection of what was really going on in my life that I would go out the house looking crazy, like just because.
Mhm.
Baby, I was tired raising two kids. Like I just had a new baby, pregnant with Aubrey, having Autumn. It was somewhere like probably around 2010 to 2013, 2010 to about 2015.
Mhm.
Those 5 year frame where like baby you could catch me at work, mind you I'm a whole manager at work looking busted like but I'm tired like because I didn't have enough for myself at that point, like so I was out
Mhm.
there looking crazy too. So it's like I know the reason why I tell this to her now is because it's like I know from experience, like, no, like always take care of you first. Make sure you straight, make sure that you are appropriate. in their rooms, even though they wiped it off. But I had made like on their beds, I made like I had like the little fake adhesive like chalkboard. So I
Mhm.
wrote like words of affirmation like brilliant, smart, Brazil, all of these different
Mhm.
bizarre, bright, beautiful. I write all those type of things around on their beds and stuff, or like I have like little pictures of like just images or little phrases that lets them know, that they can look.
Mhm.
Or I'll write stuff on their little boards, stuff like that to keep them affirmed. Whether they paid any mind or not, I still do it. But yeah,
Mhm.
so like that's kind of how I try to keep it going. But yeah, I'm guilty of it. Like I was that person that was like putting my fears onto my kid and kind of developing that in my.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I've done it in other areas like projected. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
definitely guilty of that. I was just like, and I told her like, if you wanna eat healthy, if you wanna work out, we can do that. But we can do that because that's what we want to do. We want to be more healthy. Now we want to be skinny. Now we want to,
Right,
and then you also, I feel like we also have to be mindful and very intentional with the words that we use in those situations. Because, and that's part of me, I'm not going to lie, was like angry because angry, not at myself, not at her, but like the situation. Because we're in a day and an age where the kids are like, think less of them, so they'll get so down and think so less of themselves. Like, the kids, babies are committing suicide. Like,
right,
and I don't ever want to be in a situation like that. Like, I've dealt with, depression and things like that, but not really to the point of like, wanting to commit suicide or things like that. Especially not at that age. But
right,
they hear about things. They hear about things. They are more of the world than we, and
right.
more of what's going on than we did at that age or whatever. So I don't know. Like she came to me the other day and was like, "Is he really paralyzed?" Talking about Justin Bieber. I'm like, he's gonna be all right. Like he's paralyzed, or just start talking about the disease that he has, and supposedly he's gonna be okay in 3 weeks, maybe more, but it'll work its way through. Like he'll be okay. But like, I don't know if I would have knew about Justin Bieber or whoever was Usher. Maybe I don't know if I would have knew about Usher.
Right,
Day one when Usher face became paralyzed.
right. That's true. It is a lot more. They have more access than what we had because we were still in the day and age of like encyclopedias, and we still had to like.
Everybody probably would have had to catch it on like a magazine, like what is that?
Right.
Word Up and Right On.
Yeah, because we were just like just getting into like AOL and the dial up, whatever the dial up, and
The chat rooms and stuff.
the chat rooms on the phone.
Crazy.
You're right. So the world was not really at the palm of our hands like it is to our kids. So I could definitely understand that. Like, soon as something happened, they could literally see it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there'd be movies that I tell them I don't want them to see. Like, what was the Asian movie that everybody was watching?
The who?
The Asian movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. And they was dying. They was running like they was playing like the games. And I can't think of the name of it, but
Um, Squid
yeah.
Games, right?
Yeah.
So they know that I don't want them to watch it. But 9 times out of 10, I can guarantee they seen Squid Games. They probably didn't have like the whole trajectory of the movie, but
Mm-hmm.
they must know what happened in Squid Games because they got TikTok, they got YouTube,
Right.
like they got all this access to where they can, even if they don't get to see the whole thing, they
Mm-hmm.
still kind of get an idea of what happened in the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
So it is true. It is definitely like when you said like check their phones is definitely important. I had to learn the hard way this year. She literally just got her phone back Sunday from it was taken away from her in January. And I literally wasn't about to ever give it back until my boyfriend was like, "Nah, don't do that. You know, that's not really teaching that you can make a mistake, and you know,
Mhm.
mistakes are okay and stuff like that." So I was like, oh, "Okay, you know, I can see that." You know,
Mhm.
so woman, the guy got her phone back.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I had to learn the hard way with that, like just listening to the conversations, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like whose child is this? You know, like what is really going on?
My kid cuss like a sailor.
Right?
I mean,
Yep.
I curse, but not every other word. Like, and I said to her, like, before I seen all this, like, I know that you curse. You're a kid. I was a kid. Like, I know that you curse. But I'm be honest, I ain't know she cuss like that. She be like, dang, like she say, I'm saying dang, but you know what word I'm. She
Mhm.
like dang, like she said dang, my spelling or something like that. Like like dang, my spelling is messed up. But like you cuss like that, like where every other word is a cuss. Like you got to say a cuss to say
Right.
my spelling is messed up. Like in the text, like I just it's hard, and I hope the baby is easy on me. Like, cause right now she a terror. She a terror, the little one. But I hope like in growing up she is different because Amor was easier than she was.
As a kid.
Yeah, as a baby, yeah, as a toddler. Amor was easier. Amor was very easygoing. Um, just very it was just kind of easy with her for the most part. Like she ate whatever, she was just easy. This one, she picky. One day she eat it, one day she don't. She running around. You can't. She's not agreeable. She knows she's very stubborn. She knows what she wants, and that's just what it's going to be. What I want. We went
Right.
to the mall Saturday, and she's like a big girl. So her sister had like a cup from the pretzel store, so she wanted a cup with a straw from the pretzel store. I didn't get her one because I bought her sippy like a little box, a juice box.
Mhm.
She literally cried from the mall all the way. That's how stubborn she is. She did fall asleep, but then when I woke up to get her
When
out
she
the
started
car,
crying.
she started crying again. Oh no, like I ain't forget.
Right.
Crying again, like
Leave my
I,
cup with my
she she's so stubborn.
juice. That's so good. Yeah. My youngest, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because they only like 5 years apart from each
Mhm.
other. And so it's not like I get much relief. And then my kids tell like they are such convincing liars. Like I don't know who to believe, and I had to tell people that, like, listen, when I tell y'all my kids can lie, like, and you'll be believing them. So it's like I don't know what I'm about to face as as they get older, but y'all be praying for me because I don't even know
how
what to do.
how are you with like telling your kids the truth about things like say Autumn or Aubrey came to you and they had on like just some yellow sneakers and then they had on like a purple shirt and some jeans, like just something that didn't match and you didn't think it was cute at all, but they came in your room like super confident and you was just like fuck you got on, but they confident.
Right.
Like would you tell them like no girl, like I don't know about that outfit, or would you let them rock because they just picked it out and they just feel confident about it?
Girl, I experience this every day. And so I experience this every day. So I'm gonna tell you because I told y'all gonna learn my youngest. I'm gonna let y'all be her one day, but my youngest has no filter. So I told her to get dressed. We were going to my oldest daughter's last concert or something like that, and she go puts on these this long sleeve. Mind you, I told y'all it's hot, right? It's hot some weeks ago. She gonna put on this long sleeve like burgundy shirt with these dirty pink jeans. And I don't even know what type of shoes she was trying to shoot. No, she was trying to wear her little boots, which were like little pink combat boots. I said, go take it off. You're not wearing that. She told me, she said, you don't know fashion.
Wow. Okay.
You don't know fashion. You don't
Well,
know
I do know that you got on a winter outfit and it's 100
what
degrees outside and you're gonna pass out.
right. You don't know what looks good, baby. That don't look good. Go put another outfit on. So that's what I have to deal with, mind you. So I tell them like, I do want them to be able, because I do want them to be able to put their stuff together,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't want them always depending on me to do that for them. So I
Mm-hmm.
let them know, like, no, like go fix that. Constantly telling my oldest, fix your shirt. Like everybody don't need to see your tutu. Like cover your butt, like put the shirt there, all of that. But yeah, so they sick of
Yeah.
me. Yeah, you need to have this conversation with my kids because they sick of me. I promise you, they sick of me.
Yeah, I do that every day too because my daughter like we just went shopping for summer clothes or whatever. But it's like once she find one outfit that she know look good on her, that nope, like she want to wear it every day, like or every other
Girl,
day. Girl, I just spent however much money I spent on at least 15 outfits. There's no reason that you should wear this Friday and you want to wear it again on Monday.
listen, listen.
Like, no, I don't care if you washed it. Like, take some time out and, like, pick. That's the thing. She's lazy and she doesn't want to take the time out to pick out something else. But I bought outfits, complete outfits. Or she want to wear like belly shirts. No, you can't wear a belly shirt. You can't wear a belly shirt because you're 10 and I don't approve.
So crop tops because they definitely in there,
Yeah, that's everything is a crop top. So I mean, she can wear it, but she has to have a cami on under it.
right?
Or I believe in like a little modesty for a kid. So if you have on a crop shirt, you're not wearing like leggings. Like you have to cover your butt. Like that's just how I am. Like I like because you're 10 and there's
Right.
creeps out here.
A whole lot of creeps.
Yeah, so it's like out of protection, not like projection or out of anything else. Like I just, but and then you try to teach your kids certain stuff, and they just you don't know fashion.
Right.
That's what
I
they are.
told you
You
don't
don't know. You just don't know.
know. Right. Then my oldest, when you said that one, that's my oldest all the way. Like when she got an outfit, that's her outfit. Girl,
Mm-hmm.
every time we get ready for church, I say, if you wear that black dress one more time,
I'm gonna burn it.
right? My mom had bought her. It's a cute little Calvin Klein dress. It's really cute though.
Mm-hmm.
However, my mom bought her another dress too. Like, don't put that black dress on it no more. But no, you wore it the last time you was at church. Like, stop it. Like, no, find you another dress. Or we going somewhere and she gonna get that. No, do not wear that dress now. We don't wear that dress out.
Nicole said, "What is the appropriate age for them to wear a crop top?" I don't know, but
Yeah,
at
I
10,
don't know
I'm not
either.
ready. I'm not ready. Maybe 10 is okay for I'm not ready for my baby to wear a crop top.
I think like what you said, like with the crop top with the little cami, I thought that was cute.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought that was cute. I don't know what's the appropriate age for that.
I don't know either, but I'm not ready. I mean, maybe she is old enough to wear it, but I'm not ready for her to wear it. Therefore, she
Like, cause our high waist pants still like a thing, cause I'll be behind, but like maybe
for
crop top.
me they are because baby, I'm gonna hide this hoover
Right.
every time.
So maybe a crop top with the high waist, maybe
She
cute.
don't like highway. She like to
Oh,
button everything up under her skin, like at the bottom. Like,
yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it just depends.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
it
guess,
just.
yeah. I don't. I'm just not ready.
What's an age for you, Nicole? What do you think is a
Yeah,
good?
what do you think is okay? Or yeah, I'm just like, girl. I know, and maybe part of it's like when we was younger, it was like either or. So if you had on like tight jeans, you might wear like a baggy or
Shirt.
long
Yeah,
t-shirt.
right.
If you had on like tights, you would wear like, or if you had on a crop top, you would have on like, we did the Leah type thing with the baggy jeans and the crop top shirt. Like we didn't wear both. Or I
But
mean, probably did older, but that was our style.
yeah,
So
but we was in
and
the age with like we was in the age with the polo shirts with the collar up.
that's that's why she talk about you don't know fashion, mom.
The layered shirt. She said, "Well, my 13-year-old is wearing them on the regular." Well, 13, that's a
13,
teenage.
yeah, she's a teen. Did
Yeah,
she
she's
when did she start? I mean, maybe I'll give her like maybe when she out of elementary school.
yeah.
Is that fair?
I can see that. I can see that.
So she got 2 more years. So I'll give her to 12. She could wear a belly shirt at 12.
That's what
She could wear a crop top at 12.
if it's still in style.
She does wear a hoodie, but she wears them.
Girl, hoodies, yes. My oldest wear like she would wear in the summertime. She ain't wear no hoodie because she hot, so she's smart. She's smart. But baby at school, a hoodie every day. Like I'm like, why do you have to put a hoodie on? Like you don't even need a hoodie on. Like
My kid tried to take her father's hoodies. He'd be like, no, you put on your own hoodie, or that she tries to take all his t-shirts, his
right,
sweatshirts, his hoodies. I'd be like, no, wear your own clothes.
right.
Oh, she said this school year.
This school,
Yeah,
yeah.
so 12. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just gave the age limit.
8th grade, yeah. Yep.
Well, 12th, yeah, will be like going into middle school for her.
Yeah, 12 is my daughter is 12 now. She's in 6 going to 7 the
Okay.
next year. So yeah, but her birthday late in the year too, so
Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be when she get into middle school, but I ain't gonna tell her though. I'll just let her
You just gonna let it fly.
just let her see what happens. No, because she'll start wearing it because she try it every day. Like she literally tries it every day. The winter, summer, spring, fall, she tries to wear.
Yeah,
And,
every day.
it's some of it's not her fault because of course we're buying her clothes, but secondly, like everything in the store is a freaking crop top.
It is.
And I'm
Or
just
like
like, why?
age when like everything in the store with like the little shorts, even for
Yeah,
the little
oh my God. Like
yeah.
I had to even for the baby, like I had to buy like I bought her they had some cute little jean shorts in Walmart. But you know how Daisy Dukes like really
Right.
short are cut, they cut on the ankle so your cheeks can hang
They
out.
all cut like that now.
That's how they were for a toddler, 18, 24 months. Like why are the jeans like
Right.
I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And Target used to be like my go-to, but they have like the little slinky dresses with the just not for my kid.
Yeah.
It was really hard like shopping for her because she is a little chubby or whatever, but she still wears kids sizes like
Mhm.
or whatever because like even junior sizes is too big for her.
Mhm.
So, I tried that. So that's too big for her. Like literally Walmart was the only place that had age appropriate and size appropriate clothes
Yeah, I
for
was
my
about to tell you, I just went to Walmart.
that literally
So
was the only place that had age appropriate and size appropriate stuff for my
yeah,
kid that fit her
yeah,
nicely.
yep. I went to Walmart for my youngest because she was going to. I still have to go summer shopping for autumn. Autumn isn't older clothes. Nicole
Mhm.
said that's true. Everything is two sizes
Yeah.
small. It's so true. Definitely two sizes too small. So for autumn, we're gonna go this weekend for her summer clothes. Yep, all the jean shorts are just too
Too
short for
fit for that. Yeah.
autumn. They are. And so I'm hoping that maybe I could go to I know I'm not gonna really find what I want for her because she is in bigger sizes because she's a
Mhm.
girl. I don't know if I could just go easy like how I was with Aubrey, where I was able to just shop at Walmart and get like the
Mhm.
little shorts and stuff like that for her. But I'm hoping maybe I could go to like a Ross or like a TJ Maxx or something like
Mhm.
that. Get her like the shorts and the shirts, the short sets and stuff like that. Kind of
Mhm.
put her outfits together, I guess.
Mhm.
Her and find them and they still look good. Um,
Mhm.
what I'm kind of hoping for. I go. I was trying to
Yeah.
think, but
Mm.
yeah.
It's hard. Like, and even Old Navy, like their clothes are not made for curvy girls.
Mhm.
Is that like
It's never
curvy
been.
girls?
It's
Yeah.
never
I
been.
don't. Yeah.
Because even in jeans, like I remember squeezing into Old Navy jeans. It was just so good. Like
Yeah.
those are jeans I always had to like.
I never really wore Old Navy jeans. I
Yeah,
don't know what jeans I wore, but I didn't. I didn't
yeah.
wear Old Navy jeans, but yeah, I wear Old Navy jeans. Now I wear Rockstar jeans. Rockstar jeans are the stretchy jeans that Old Navy have are like made for a
For
curvier woman,
real.
I guess. They
Okay.
fit really good.
If I'm about to- I need to probably go try them because I haven't Old Navy in forever.
Yeah, that's the well, but outside of the baby, that's really all I go there for. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't know. Everything, this mom shit, everything is all a struggle. I'm just winging it. I'm just taking it minute by minute because I don't know what kind of curveball I'm going to get today, tomorrow. My kids
Listen,
fight every day. Like, I would never imagine with an 8.5, 8 year age gap that they would fight as much as they do, and the little one be knocking the head off the older one. Like and it's a headache all
Nicole,
day. I hear, stop, no, no, stop, all day.
yeah,
I'm just everybody need to get out my house, go to daycare, go to camp, go wherever you're going. Leave me alone. I need a vacation. It's
listen.
just all of
Nicole said Old Navy clothes are made too big.
for who?
Well, I was about to say she must be little. But I haven't shopped at Old Navy in so long, so I don't know. That's why I had to look at you like, is that still
No, for who?
true?
Because even for seven, like I buy her 18, 24 months most places. In Old
Mhm.
Navy, I have to buy her a 2T because it's
Oh
too small.
wow.
Like everything to me runs small.
Well,
Hmm.
my kids, they're 5 years apart, exactly 5 years apart. So both my kids are born in October. So my youngest birthday is on the 5th. My oldest birthday is on the 18th of October. It's like exactly 5 years apart from each other. And they fight like cats and dogs, like all the time fighting. And now that they're getting older, they pick at each other. So now my oldest one, she's like 12. She really don't want to be bothered with my youngest. And so my youngest one comes and she like bothers her, antagonizes her because she wants some attention. She wants to play with her, right? And so I have to get on them for that because that's what they fight about. Then my youngest one could be minding all her own business, like all business, and then all I hear is "Leave me alone," because now my oldest one want to come her, baby. Why are you harassing her? Like she done gave you her, she done gave you your space, and you still want to bother her because she ain't checking you. Like leave her
Yep.
alone. So that's all I hear all day long. They bickering. Then I be having to tell them like, yo, like I just woke y'all up. Y'all haven't even been up for an hour. Like, why are we fighting?
Girl.
why are we arguing? I constantly
Yeah.
have to go through that with them. She
Whew.
said they don't fit me right.
I don't
Uh,
even try. I just buy the Rockstar jeans because I know that they stretch. That's
you
it for
got the
me.
little give.
I haven't even attempted to try anything else. Like the other stuff, like dresses and like t-shirt dresses and stuff like that for like summer, they do look boxy, like they like a little big. But
Mhm.
I've never tried anything else outside like trying to. getting my rock star jeans. I was like heavy on those. Like those was the only jeans that I was wearing for like a few years once somebody told me about them. But
You got me thinking like, maybe I need to go check out Old Navy jeans now.
try on a pair of rock star jeans.
She said my girls fight too in the name. Girl, the name calling. Like, and then I have to tell them, I'm like, you don't even hear me talk like that. Like, she said they're 17. Oh, Jesus. Somebody, look, baby, my prayers are with you. They 17 months apart.
I don't think they would be
Close.
like more, yeah, like maybe how I don't know if twins fight or not, but like they, they're so close, they
Right.
can relate more. So it's not like you getting on my nerves. Stop! Don't pull my hair. Don't touch my stuff. Like you know,
I
I
think
would
it's
think they
gonna
would
get
be
that
like
way. Yeah, I think it gets that way with them once they get older.
that.
That might be, but
Yeah.
it might be. But yeah, the name
I
call.
hope these two stop fighting one day.
Yeah,
Golly.
the
Like
name.
they're exactly like 8.5 years apart. Like I just whew, I was like today I didn't send like seven as we're going to our aunt's house. A more just goes she's still in school. They don't end school till next week.
Mhm.
And it was raining and I was super tired. So I didn't take anyone anywhere, I didn't wake anyone up. And as soon as both of them were up, I realized the mistake that I made for the day. And Seven didn't take no nap today, so she's just been running through the house like a banshee all day, antagonizing Amore, and Amore has been doing the same thing to her. I just be like,
Right.
why do you bother her? And then sometimes I'm be like, and I see why she be knocking you upside the head.
Because you keep bothering her. She be on her own.
Yep.
Listen, that's so true. Um,
Mm,
do you want to go into our five?
sure.
Or
So you want to start or you want me to start?
you can start.
Okay, so usually when we're coming to the end of our show, can you hear me? Somebody call my phone. I'm still
Mhm,
here,
I
right?
can hear you.
Okay.
Mhm.
So usually when we're coming to the end of our show, we give five takeaways called our five that to take away from, the conversation that we've had during the show. So the first one is be an example to your kids when the topic of the show was, talking about confidence. So be an example as far as showing confidence and ways that you can build your confidence and self-esteem. Be an example. I mentioned like, sometimes we go through things as adults and we work our way through them and we don't necessarily, vent or talk to our kids about them, especially so young. So maybe I could try, or you could try, or we could try, at least after going through the fire, telling your kids, something that you may have just went through to help you get and how you got to the other side of it. So be an example because you guys could relate on that level.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Nicole said real quick before I go on number two, she said I thought that too, that they would be close, but sometimes they wish each other gone until one goes away and they ask where the other one.
What my sister? I want to get on her nerves.
Girl, my youngest was gone for 2 weeks, Nicole. Listen, 2 weeks. Who was asking for her was her big sister the whole time. Like, and then it got to the point, it was so funny. It got to the point where my oldest was like, well, can I call her? So I'm like, yeah, go ahead and call her. She got her little sister on FaceTime. Her little sister pick up and she go, Autumn? Like she was so
Is that
surprised. Yes. She was so surprised. Like,
you?
wait, you calling me? Like,
That's
what?
funny.
It was so funny. But yes, I definitely can relate to that. Like they can't stand each other until they're away from each other. Number two of our five is affirmations. And I definitely agree with affirming our kids now, especially when you think about like those friends that we had. Maybe we weren't the most confident or growing up, but we had like those friends that were super confident. But it also, we knew that they were affirmed. You could tell that they were affirmed by their parents, because soon as they were like ready to argue with somebody, or somebody was trying to tell them opposite, they could always be the ones that argue back, like, you a lie because my mama said, my dad said,
Mm-hmm.
my mommy, my daddy said, da, 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 da. So it was just like, it was an example of like, at home that they're being affirmed, that can nobody
Mm-hmm.
tell them otherwise. So I definitely agree with making sure that our kids are affirmed.
And that's how it should be.
Right.
Number three is monitor what's going on around your children and check those phones. Yes, I like a lot of kids. I know my child spend a lot of time in her room and on the phone and things like that. So a lot of times kids are in their own world. So it's important for us to know what's going on in their world. Yes, be nosy, check phones, view those friends, look at those friends, pay attention to those friends who are around them. Pay attention to if your child is acting different, like what's different with them. Is it because they're hanging around new people, or have they been exposed to something new? It's important for us to know at all times what's going on with our kids, and because of this reason, like I saw in my daughter's phone that she's struggling or wanting to change herself because for someone to like her, and I wouldn't have known that if I didn't go through her phone. So check those phones.
Listen, don't be like me and learn the hard way. Then be
Well, you checked the phone, so you found out,
I
you
had
got
to,
that information.
I had to clutch my pearls.
Yeah.
But even now, like for her, now that she got her phone back, this would be technically a week of her having her phone back after it being gone for so long. Like she literally has to turn her phone in every night. So
Oh, yes,
like
absolutely. That is my rule.
right. So I had to start that. What's wrong?
I want to know, because I don't have an iPhone, but I would like to know, like, is there a way I could shut that Jamie down? And not have to tell her to, like, all right, it's 8 o'clock, hand over the phone. It needs to shut
I
down
know
at
these
8 o'clock.
different apps that you can like see what they're doing
Mm-hmm.
on there. But it
Mm-hmm.
got to be an app out there that you can literally like shut her phone down at a certain
Yeah,
time. I'm
that's what
sure
I
it
need to
is.
do.
Yeah,
Shut it
I'm
down.
yep.
Shut it down. Because
I'm sure
sometimes she'll try it. She tries it.
right. Her number 4 is talk to your children, show them affection. I definitely agree with that. I think even for us when we were children, just kind of be a mirror of what you received as children. Our parents
Mm-hmm.
worked really, my parent worked really hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like of course I knew my mom loved me and stuff like that, but like she had to work so hard, so
Mm-hmm.
just being able to like just, and she, when she wanted to talk, it used to be scary to me. Like I never felt comfortable because it was like most of the time I don't want her to be upset with me,
Mm-hmm.
cursed out or yelled at, on the
Mm-hmm.
other end, it's like she wants to talk to me, but I don't know how she's going to react to it. So just kind of like making it a little more welcoming. I don't know. I honestly don't know what else my mom could have done because I was just that kid, like
Mm-hmm.
it was just all in my head. Um, but definitely that's something that definitely trying to build now, even with my oldest, like talking to her and making her feel like, we can talk outside of just you getting in trouble or or me about to yell or she worried about how I respond to, but definitely also show them affection, tell them how much you love them, give them hugs, kiss on them, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's the right age to stop kissing on your kids, because
I don't know. To be honest, I'm affectionate with babies, and I'm not affectionate with older kids. Not kids, because I only have one older child. But I struggle hard in that area, like really hard. I don't remember like my mother. She says she was, but I don't remember my mother being like super affectionate with me, and so I struggle in that area. Like with regular people, like I don't even like being touched. Like my friend, like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Come hug me. Don't do that, please. Don't touch me. I mean, those who know. Like, if you don't like, if you ain't seen me in a long time, and you hey, come here, hey girl, and hug me. Like, I wouldn't like, shun you, but on the
Mhm.
inside, I'm screaming.
That's good to know.
and
Yeah,
I'm and I'm like, I will hug, my big girl, but sometimes I'm just gonna be honest, sometimes it feels fake for on my side, because I know that I don't really like it, and I'm doing it because I know she needs it. So I
Mhm.
just struggle in that area. And I don't know how to not struggle in that area.
For my oldest, she's at the age where she pushed me away, so I have to like force it, like, come on, give me a hug, give me a hug, or whatever. But baby, my youngest, she attached in my hip. Like she's in the office right now. Can't wait for can't wait for this. Look, she about to pop on the screen now. Like
Nicole,
so I
Nicole,
can't
what's the app?
yeah. You know,
Because she
Cole said,
said she have an app on the girl's phone during the week. She has it to automatically shut down at 9:30. They can only answer when she calls. I need that app.
yeah, I need that app too. And then
She
she said,
also, yeah, go
no
ahead.
right no right age. I'm kissing them forever, even though I'm not an affectionate person. For real. I be trying to figure out like, okay, what's the cutoff point? But my oldest, she already be trying to cut me off. Like I literally have to chase her around the kitchen just for her to give me a hug. And I'd be like, come on, like just get me on. She's
Like,
like, get away from me. Get away from me. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
and
my
look. Oh
my
yeah, the last.
daughter is even like that. Sometimes the baby, she sometimes, you
No,
can tell her to give you a kiss, and she'll lean over for you to kiss her cheek or her forehead as a 1-year old. And I tell my husband and I tell my daughter, you have to respect her boundaries. Those are
yeah,
boundaries. Because
yeah,
okay, family link.
family
Because
link.
I don't ever want her to feel like you have to kiss someone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like me just, I don't projecting or being weirded out or whatever. But I don't want her to ever feel obligated to do something that she does not want to do, within reason of not I don't want to clean my room, so I'm not cleaning my room. But things like kissing and hugging and touching people, she shouldn't have to do that if she doesn't want to do that. And I don't want to teach her that.
No, I agree with that, especially with the culture that we're in now. So like allowing kids to feel comfortable to say no, especially when it comes to that, or getting adults to get used to asking kids for it.
For
Like,
permission to be in a space.
and not just taking it or just come here, type of
Yeah. I
I
don't,
could
yeah. Okay, so the last one I have is to show interest in your kids' interest. So that's important, because if you're interested in what they're doing, for me, in my opinion, it's kind of like almost like positive reinforcement. Like they're doing something right. My parent enjoys, like, or is interested in what I'm doing, so it must be okay. It must be right, and so it builds their confidence to even feel like you're interested or want to know or like what they're into.
oh.
So that's our 5. And
Right.
so we're coming to the end of our show. So it's important for you, if you want to connect with us, to follow us on all social, well, not all social media platforms, but the important ones. We're on Facebook at It's the Meetup. We're on Instagram at It's the Meetup, and YouTube at It's the Meetup. And we're here every Thursday. We're usually here a lot earlier. We usually come on at 7:30, but we had mom-ish to deal with today. So we were here an hour later. And that's okay, because we're still here.
We're here. Listen, we made it. And then the last part before we close out of our show is our virtual cheers. And basically, what the virtual cheers is, we just want to celebrate you. We want you to know that you have Rhea and Julia here ready to celebrate all your wins this week. Anything that's worth celebrating, anything that you want to acknowledge, anything that you're proud of. Listen, baby, if you decided not to curse somebody out for the first time, like we are ready and able to cheer you on in that, just to celebrate you, understand how important you are to us. So you can go ahead on and put it in the comments right now, and we're letting you know that we are cheering you on. We are celebrating you. You have some claps here ready for you every week. So listen, you did it. You did it. You accomplished it. You got it done. You survived another mommy week. Listen, you are out here doing way better than what you think you are, and we're celebrating you for that
Yes.
always.
Thank you, Nicole, for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much, Nicole. All right, and we are over. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. Bye.